Hi, welcome to TJ and Jodi's house.
Well. Wonders never cease, do they? We're actually doing a podcast. We're doing and doing and doing.
First one of 2025.
Yeah, and it's only like the middle of the month, of January, so
Right.
we've been right on it.
You're right on it.
So we kick off another glorious year. I know it's going to be glorious, kitten,
Don't call me kitten.
because we still have our loyal sponsors.
Yes.
The Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Yes. Oh, do we appreciate them even more in 2025?
They're the best.
Friends. So whether you're looking for furniture for the bedroom or for the living room, you want the mattresses and pillows. And I'm talking about top of the line, newest sleep technology and all of that. It's Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. If you listen to us at all, you know that we talk about them all the time about how great they are. Not just with their products, but with their service and the people and the whole thing. Just absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
I don't know. We haven't talked to them, see how they're recuperating from the holiday rush and everything.
I know. I need to go in there. And now would be a good time to go get those chairs we have because it's winter and you can be cozy and watching TV.
Yeah, and they have since we've had our chairs, they've upgraded them and all that.
Fancy.
The new versions of them and all are really great. So our whole living room is done from Sweet Dreams, and they have a team of designers there to help you put it all together if you need it. So wonderful delivery service and locations throughout the Lake Norman area of Charlotte. Just absolutely wonderful people.
They make buying furniture fun, don't they?
Do they?
They do.
Oh, they do. So go to tjriggins.com/mattress to check them out. Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. And to Jodi.
Yes.
And to everyone.
And to everyone.
So, a little out of practice.
Yeah, we are.
Well, except I've been
That's
doing my other shows and everything. So, but it's not the same. This one's different. It's a whole different approach. It's a different technique. It's,
Yeah.
You know, my having to coddle a fragile, egoed celebrity such as yourself, Jodi.
I was like, who?
Yeah.
Sure.
But good news is that you didn't complain about having to do the podcast today.
I complained last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, but I'm good today.
So what all have we been doing that people would be interested in since the 3 or 4 months have gone by since the last podcast?
Yeah, I think the last one we did was before Christmas. So we went to Nashville to see our daughter, Lainey.
And she wasn't home.
I think we were there almost a week. Had a great time. Went to a Preds hockey game.
That's the Nashville Predators.
And they were playing the Carolina Hurricanes. So much fun. That was a blast.
Yeah, it was. And everybody says that the Nashville Predators hockey games are really fun. Like people in the league, the NHL, say that the games there are fun, and they are. Every time they score a goal, they play a Tim McGraw song. I like it, I love it, and but they've changed it up to say something about scoring.
Yeah,
I want some more of it.
yeah.
And then
don't know what it is about those Preds scoring. Yeah, but I like it. I love it. Yeah, it's fun.
But then they do something that's very unsportsmanlike. They just start chanting to the other team, "You suck, or something like that.
And then something about you. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It's kind of not nice.
Yeah, I don't.
We didn't
like
partake in that one.
No, we're all about sportsmanship.
So we did that. Oh, and we were a close, tight knit family for those 6 days because we were in her 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. It was fine, and she fixed it up. She decorated it so cute, and it was festive and
so much fun. We had
so
a great
fun,
time.
and we were cozy, the 4 of us.
Yeah, but that's okay.
It was fun. the boy one slept on a blow up mattress in the living room, and we just left it out like it was a chair.
Yeah.
I tried to steal it a few times, but
Yeah, Jodi would go lie down on it to watch TV and stuff. But we went to, all kinds of activity. Nashville's a fun town anyway.
so fun.
And not just that middle, like the downtown area, that Broadway area and all that.
Oh, the only time we were near
Main
that.
Street, as our son calls it, Main Street.
Well, the only time we were near that was the Preds game, but she took us to other places. How about that cute burger place we went to?
Oh, yeah.
On Christmas Eve and for lunch. It was fun. Was it?
It was called
Hugh
Babies.
Hugh Babies. It was so the best burgers.
Because I kept trying to call it Baby Huey's, but it was Hugh Babies.
Hugh Babies. That was fun. We did a lot of fun things.
Yeah. Everything is expensive, though.
It really is.
Like those burgers and all were expensive. And
yeah.
I mean, I think that's just a sign of the economy, but also a town that is that big as far as tourism and all of that. But it was fun.
And then you want to tell them what happened the day before we left to my car?
Oh, yeah. We were kind of, going from one place to the other just to, get as much in as we could the night before we left. And our son was driving, and he looked as soon as we got in the car after one of the stops, and he said, well, the thing is saying that one of the tires, the front tire, has gone down to like 20 pounds. So I went and looked at it, and there was a big screw sticking out of it. So I had to spend the rest of the evening going to the parts store and getting a tire plugging kit and having to do it in our daughter's parking lot, and then had to find a little air compressor to put the air in the tire so we could drive. But I fixed it. It's still holding 3 weeks later or whatever it's been. That's the only fix-it thing that I can do, I think.
But that's a great thing to know to do.
My brother owned a filling station when I was a kid, and I was a teenager, and I worked there, and I learned how to fix flats like that.
That's great.
And but anything else you ask me to fix on a car, I can't do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I know, but that just shows me like you were taught that and you learned it and you know how to do it. So if somebody would teach you the other things,
yeah,
you would know it.
So I need a mentor to come start teaching me about stuff at the tender age of 55.
Yes.
It's
never too late.
I just turned, I'm 55, and so I think this is when I'll start learning
to change oil,
to be a mechanic.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
No, but if I were going to learn something now at this stage of my life, it would be to play the piano. They got all that YouTubes and stuff now. That
You've been saying that for years.
I know.
You should do it.
But I mean, I don't have a ton of time right now.
That's the truth.
That
is the truth.
I mean, here it is, a Sunday afternoon, and we're recording this crap.
Yeah.
And do the people appreciate it? No. Not a bit. Not one bit. Then what else have we done? You rattled off a bunch of stuff before we started today.
Well, then we got back, and it was New Year's.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, I cooked the delicious black-eyed peas and
cabbage,
smothered cabbage, not boiled cabbage, smothered cabbage.
So good. So good.
But a lot of people, I don't know if this is a thing outside of Louisiana type cooking or not, but I season peas and greens and stuff like that with smoked turkey necks. I put smoked turkey necks in there, and then once they get really tender, fall off the bone, I'll take them out and then shred the meat from it and put it back into like the black-eyed peas I did the other day. And
so good.
Yeah, it gives it that smoky flavor. But when I'm doing that and we're not on a diet, I will do it with bacon and, other types of pork. I'll just put it all in there. But if it's just, trying to eat cleanly or whatever, I'll just use the smoked turkey necks to give it that flavor with no bacon grease or anything. But speaking of diets, we're into something now that's far beyond anything that we've ever tried to tackle as far as nutrition and things like that. Yeah, we're trying to make America healthy again. starting with us.
Okay, I have a question.
Well, hold on. We're going to take a break, and then
Okay.
we'll have time to get into all that. That's what I was going to say. We don't have time to get into all of it now because it's a big thing.
Okay.
And we'll do it next.
More from TJ and Jody's house coming up.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
Add tjriggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type tjriggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, tjriggins.com.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
TJ and Jody's house.
Okay, so we have started to participate in the Make America Healthy Again movement. You know, I always talk about needing to lose weight. I used to be really into fitness and nutrition, and I was a gym rat, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you've all heard me say that over the years as I'm making disclaimers for being having caught obesity since then. But never have we paid attention to the ingredients in things. If it was low calorie, high protein, clean, what's considered clean, that's what I would eat. You know, the grilled chicken and, you know, even if it was a can of green beans or something like that, as long as it didn't have a lot of calories and fat and all that stuff and would control the weight, that's what I cared about.
Okay. Well, my question is this. So I had a stomach virus for 3 days, New Year's Day to Friday. I come to on Friday and I'm ready to eat. And then you tell me we need to start getting more clean foods, which I've known, and I've been knowing this, but then if I say something to you, you kind of just blew me off. So what happened in those 3 days that I was down that suddenly you realized this?
Wait, you've been trying to tell me for a long time to start eating organic food and things like
Well,
that?
I try to tell you,
that.
I try to tell you how bad all the ingredients and stuff are in the foods, and you kind of blew me off. Yeah.
Because I thought it was strictly a bunch of liberal whining stuff.
That's what I thought. You thought.
And because I go by that thing, well, we've been eating this stuff for years, and all of a sudden they got to find, you know, whatever. And I saw something that showed that it's not the same as it has been when we were growing up. That, for example, bread that we've eaten growing up, it doesn't have the same ingredients in it that it always had, that they're different now. They have extra things in it and all that.
And there's some of the things that we have in our food that are banned in other countries.
Yeah, and to me, that's always a turn off for me to hear that.
Okay.
Because I don't care we're the best country in the world.
Well, then we shouldn't have all those.
But listen, you asked me why I was always turned off to that, is because I don't like when people say other countries do things better than the United States. And so that's why I automatically would shut that down. Because usually liberals say that. Anti-American liberals will say that. So,
did you just see something on Instagram or something that really made you notice, or what?
Well, no, it was part of this latest, this past election that kind of showed me some of that. Listen to some of the people that I trust, and in as political commentators and things like that, talk about it.
Okay, I was just curious.
But But yeah, we've never really eaten organic stuff and all that, and because it used to be they would always say there's not much of a difference in this or that and all, but now, and I'm still kind of apprehensive about it because I don't want people thinking that I'm trying to follow the granola tree huggers and all of that.
Yeah,
but
we also need to be healthier.
Sure.
And
to
from
be honest with you, if I don't lose weight eating this way, then I'm not going to stay eating this way. I'll go back to just eating, But you know what I really think, though? I really think I've gotten to the point where there's no hope for me as far as losing weight.
Yeah, there's hope.
I don't think so.
There is, but you have to stick
think,
with it.
Some people was just meant to be big.
No,
and
not true.
And I was just meant to be big.
No.
But whatever. Because I spent all those years and I really learned so much about how to eat for building muscle and for all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And never had to worry about organic this or that.
But back then I don't even know that when you were doing that it was an issue.
Yeah, it was.
Not as much
because
as it
they
is
had
today.
organic stuff and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really, really don't want anybody to say, you see, the liberals are right. You're having to admit the liberals are right. I don't want that.
Okay.
I'd rather be fat and unhealthy than to have to say that.
Okay. Well.
Gross.
Anyway, I just wanted to know what sparked that. But I'm glad it did.
Did you think it was something sinister, that I was up to no good?
No, I figure one of your political people you listen to said something, and you said, okay, yeah, maybe that's true.
No, it was a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. But now, I also don't want anybody thinking that I'm just this huge RFK Jr. follower and fan, and that's what he's been talking about, and that's how I got a hold of this. Because I'm no fan of RFK Jr.
Well, I'm a fan of him getting our food better.
But I just don't want people thinking that I'm a follower of his and thinking that he's so great and all, because I don't think that. Because he's still a big lib. Even though he helped Trump out in the election and all that, he's,
Okay, well, let's get off politics.
that was the answer.
Yeah, okay. All right.
To why I
But anyway, there are some good things.
And I may not like it. I may end up not sticking with it. Like I said.
Well, I hope you do.
But it's fine so far.
We've only done it 1 week. So, I mean, he's already talked about not sticking with it. It's been 1 week. But we follow a guy named Bobby Parrish. Whether the food's Bobby approved or not. For me, that's easy because you have a free app on the phone that you can scan the food and it tells you whether he approves it or not, whether it's clean. But what I like about it is if it's not approved, he has underneath why it's not approved and then suggestions on what you can get. Because it's hard. I mean, when you've not done this, it's really kind of hard to learn what to do.
Yeah, I guess now I think about it as another part of the answer for you. Is that I'm at a point where I'll try just about anything to get back down to not being obesity. I want to be that way again.
Sure.
And
healthy.
If this is one of those things that'll try, I mean, I'm not trying Ozempic and all of that stuff, so I don't want to say I'll try anything, but anything as far as a diet is concerned, I'll try at this point.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, good. Got to be healthy. We got to be alive for our grandchildren one day and healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know when that'll be, but that may be a while. So you got time to get it together.
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing about this Bobby guy, back to that, is that he'll find the inexpensive stuff too, the things that are healthy.
Aldi has a bunch of stuff. So I love Aldi. Our daughter's been kind of doing this for a while with kind of the healthy ingredients, and she was a big Aldi shopper before I went to Aldi. Yeah, so she's been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
It's not
But
hurting
she's-
anything. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but our daughter's massive.
You're right.
Not doing her any good at all.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
She's huge.
Yeah.
So there's something huge going on in our country, and then there was something that we've been a part of that was very disturbing and continues to be disturbing. And I don't want to make it sound like the whole show today is wah serious stuff, because people like it when we fight with each other lightheartedly and be funny and all that. But
Okay.
if something serious is going on, then we're gonna talk about it. That's just the way it is.
Sure.
So this is what Jodi wanted to talk about. So that's what we'll do. So if it sucks, then it's on Jodi.
I don't care.
Coming up next.
More next.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Introducing the new Media Center on the tjriggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park, Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
TJ and Jodi's house.
Okay, we're back. The first TJ and Jodi's House podcast of 2025, year of our Lord. And it's going swimmingly so far. Very, very swimmingly.
Swimmingly.
All right, so Jodi's
My laundry's done.
laundry is going off.
Plays that dreaded song I hate hearing.
So what we were talking about earlier before we went to the break was the disaster that's going on now in Southern California, where it's basically the entire city of Los Angeles is on fire.
Yeah.
And it's devastating.
It's horrific. My heart breaks. I've seen a lot of little kids, going back with their families, and everything's gone. I mean, it just, my sister and her family lost their house to a fire. When was that? Like in 2020, I think, or 19? It was during COVID. And she ran out of the house with my niece and nephew, and they went with the clothes on their back. The kids, I think, were barefoot. She had her purse and watched her house go down in flames in seconds. And, I guess my mind kind of goes to that with these kids, and you're watching everything that you own. And besides pictures and all these, it's just heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. And I feel horrible for them. And I'm glad that they're getting a lot of help. And that's all you see on TV. And constant people wanting to, celebrities putting things to donate to different families and all these things. And they have a good platform. What upsets me a little bit is that all the stuff that went on with Hurricane Helene in the Western Carolinas, which we were part of the Old Fort thing, and we saw it firsthand on what was going on. And then when we went to visit our daughter at Christmas, Interstate 40 is closed, partially between, I think, Asheville and Knoxville. So we had to get off and take, country roads to get around to get back on 40. And we went through a lot of towns that look bad. But one in particular was called Hot Springs, North Carolina. And it's right before the Tennessee line, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. You know what? It was, it just made me want to cry.
It looked like a ghost town.
I think I did.
Yeah.
the town was all boarded up. There's a river that runs through the middle of the town. For miles, y'all, we were driving, and we would see down. I could see down. He was driving, but I could see down, and there was tents, and there was campers. There was clothes hanging up in the trees. You could tell like where things had been washed away. Tents.
Yeah, where they got hung in the trees because the water was so high and they were just flowing during the floods and stuff.
The day we left
Toys
and went through there, it was so cold. It was snowing. There was flurries. And we looked over to the left going through the town, and there was a line of tents. And they were blowing because the wind was blowing. There was snow. It was freezing. And as you know, we've had some super cold temperatures even here, much less there. But you're not seeing it talked about anymore, and these people are not getting the help. And I do not understand it, and it is infuriating. Alexis, who helped get all that going on Old Fort, she posted a video last night, and she was dead on with it. Like, I don't understand it either. It's so frustrating.
Well, I mean, there's an explanation.
I know.
It's a political explanation,
I know. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I hate for any of this to be going on and any of these people to be going through these things. But there was not the attention of what's going on in Western Carolina. That's the attention with the fires.
Yeah.
At all. Not even close. And these people are still in tents, and they are still struggling, and they don't have homes.
And another difference is that the victims of the Hurricane Helene floods in western North Carolina is in the mountains. The local authorities and everything, the leaders, didn't do anything that would put them in danger of that. You see what I mean? They didn't do any, like none of their policies neglected floods. Yeah. Because they don't ever expect to have floods. It was a very rare thing. California has wildfires all the time, but their local officials have done so much stuff that is political ideology against being, more toward helping people and to really fight fires. They've done more things to politicize the fire departments and the budgets and all of that kind of stuff. So that's another big difference to me as to how much worse it is for the people in Western North Carolina for the government, not the federal government, not to help them as much.
No.
Because, their authorities didn't do anything to cause the devastation. And
we are a very small platform, but if people still need help, and you can give to Samaritan's Purse. There's ways to give to still help. They still need a lot of help. We have seen it with our own eyes. I mean, it is horrible.
Yeah, and again, the people in Southern California, what's happening to them is horrific as well.
Horrific.
But a lot of the stuff in California could have been stopped way before it is now. The devastation could have been a lot lesser if it weren't for mistakes made by the people in charge.
It's heartbreaking. But anyway, I'm off of my soapbox now, but it makes me mad, and I don't want those people to be forgotten.
Yeah. Would it make you feel better if I let you use my bubble cuddle blanket today?
Yeah, and you never let me use it. You're so stingy with that.
See, that's just, I don't have a whole lot of thrills left in the world in this day and age. But knowing that I'm the top influencer in the entire company.
Toot toot.
With that blanket, because it's selling so many of them.
I want it.
You can use it today. Just don't.
Oh, y'all heard it. I got permission.
But you don't have on like any old lady perfume or anything, do you?
I have some smell goods on.
That would make it.
I don't wear old lady perfume, thank you.
Well, you're an old lady.
I am not an old lady.
You wear perfume. It's old
I'm
lady
a mature
perfume.
woman.
But yeah, I just love it that those blankets are selling like crazy.
I love
Cozy
them.
Earth because I'm endorsing them.
And you still have your discount.
Oh, yeah, it's 41% discount. And
That's huge.
I got to get some other stuff from there because the discount's not just on that blanket. It's on all the stuff.
Maybe
at
I want
Cozy Earth.
something. Maybe I want a
Well,
cuddle
if I get
thingy.
something, like they have some really cool clothes and stuff. So if I get some of that, then you can have the blanket.
I get the hand-me-downs.
Whenever I'm not home.
I get the hand-me-downs. Okay. All right.
So,
Well, you can't wear my protege heels.
okay, that's a little bit too far. I'm your husband. I should be able to wear your painless stilettos. But go to tjriggins.com/deals for that 41% discount at Cozy Earth.
Can we show it on camera?
Yeah, I'll just have to go.
I'll go get it.
Okay.
I'll get it.
All right. I'll try. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to.
Hold it down while I'm gone.
Okay. Am I nervous? She asked me if I'm. Because I'm having to talk without you. Yeah. But yeah. So it's so much cooler that in my name you get a 41% discount and nobody else does.
This thing is so awesome.
It's it's like it's so minky.
Yeah, it is.
It feels like
it's
a
like
mink.
a big furry coat, but it's so soft. Look at this. Oh, this is a treat because you are stingy with this.
You can just use it today and today only because I'm not going to be cuddled up today.
I love it.
I got other stuff to
It's
do.
so soft.
But yeah, I thought it was
heavy.
funny too. Again, I know I've said this, but Matt Walsh, one of the biggest podcasters in the world and movie maker now.
Yeah, we love him.
He did endorsements for Cozy Earth, and he didn't get a 41% discount
What'd he
in
get?
his name.
What'd he
I think maybe just a 40 discount. I get the 41.
Ooh. Look at you.
In my name.
You are something. But this is it, and it is so soft, so heavy. It's so warm. I love it. I love it.
Now,
I hope you get it back.
But you know what people are going to be saying now? They're going to say, oh, that's great. Y'all went straight from talking about how cold the people are in North Carolina to talking about how warm and soft the expensive blanket is.
Yeah.
But it's not expensive with that 41% discount.
I know.
But only cynical people would say that.
Well,
Losers.
they probably wouldn't have said it at all if you hadn't have brought it up.
You think?
Maybe not.
Okay, well then, forget I said it then. All right, we got to go now.
Are we finished?
Yep, we're
I
finished.
had so many things to say.
I know. You said too many other things.
I wanted to talk about things.
Okay, well, hey, save it for next week.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and record next week's right now? As long as it's fresh?
Yeah, sure.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
That's it for this week's edition of TJ and Jodi's House. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.